Good morning, dear students. In the last class, in the physics class, we discussed about the uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Now, we'll see what do you mean by speed. So, this is one of the common word we use in a day-to-day life. So, go slowly, go speedily, go fastly. This the words we using randomly in our day-to-day life. So, then what do you mean by speed? So, how can we define speed? So we can define speed as the rate of we can define speed as the rate of change of position of an object in any direction. The change in position of an object, the rate in the sense, the rate come in the sense you need to write the time. So also we can write this as the distance traveled by time taken. The rate of change in position of any object in direction. Also you can write it as it is measured as a ratio of distance to the time in which the distance was covered. Speed is a scalar quantity. What do you mean by scalar quantity and what do you mean by vector quantity? So scalar quantity is a quantity that is have only magnitude, so no direction. Okay, it has only direction, so no magnitude. Okay, so sorry, no, see the scalar quantity as it has only direction, no magnitude. So speed formula to find speed is the formula to find speed is given in the table below, that is s is equals to d by t. Why it is d by t? The speed is measured as the ratio of distance to the time, d by t. So now where s is the speed in meter per second, d is the distance traveled in meter, and t is the time taken in seconds. Okay, so this is the formula to find the speed. Okay, so these are all. This is the speed in. Okay, what is the SI unit? So it is the SI unit of speed is system international unit. You can call SI unit of speed is meter per second. Why it is meter per second? So we know that how we will measure the distance. So will the standard SI unit of distance is meter and SI unit of time is second. So therefore it is meter per second. I hope all of you understood this. Okay, the next one. So next, speed with direction. So what is the speed with direction? So the rate of motion of an object can be more comprehensively if we specify its direction of motion along its speed. The quantity that specifies both these aspects is called as velocity. So what is this speed with direction called? It is nothing but velocity. Okay, so now we're talking about what do you mean by velocity. So we know what do you mean by speed. So speed is nothing but the distance traveled by an object by time taken, or the rate of change of position of an object in any direction. Or better this one is, you can write this one, the ratio of the distance to the time in which distance was covered is nothing but speed. Speed is a scalar quantity. Okay, so now we are talking about speed with direction. This is speed without direction. Okay, actually here we need to change, we need to make some change here. They gave wrong in the textbook. So it has only direction, no magnitude. No, so it has only magnitude, no direction. Speed is, it has only magnitude, so it has no direction. It has no direction and only magnitude. It has only magnitude, no direction. Okay, scalar quantity in the sense that one. So scalar in the sense it has only magnitude, no direction. That is the meaning of the scalar quantity. Vector quantity in the sense it has both magnitude and direction. Okay, Now here we know that what is the this one. So the quantity that specifies both the aspects is called as velocity. What's the see here, if the rate of motion of an object can be more comprehensively if we specify its direction of motion along with its speed. The quantity that specifies both the aspect is called as velocity. In the sense, it is telling that both the velocity is a vector quantity, v for velocity, v for vector. So what is vector quantity? It has both magnitude and direction. It has both magnitude and direction. It has both magnitude and direction. The velocity of an velocity is the speed of an object moving in a definite direction. The velocity of an object can be uniform or variable. It can be changed by changing the object's speed, direction of a motion, or both. When an object is moving along a straight line at a variable speed in the sense changing its speed, we can express the magnitude of its rate of motion in terms of average velocity. It is calculated in the same way as we calculated the average speed. In case the velocity of an object is changing at uniform rate, then the average velocity is given by arithmetic mean of initial and final velocity of an period of time. So average velocity you can write as initial velocity plus final velocity divided by time, or also we can write as velocity as displacement by time taken. Velocity as which is equals to displacement divided by time. We can write the velocity as displacement by time taken. So what is this velocity? So velocity in the okay, don't worry about all these things. So you write only this. What is what is velocity? Velocity is nothing but the rate of displacement by time taken. Velocity, this is a definition, the rate of displacement by time or time taken. And you can write this velocity as displacement by time, and SI unit of velocity is SI unit of velocity, SI unit which is equals to meter per second. Here also the same. Why? Because for displacement unit is meter, for time the unit is second, so therefore it is meter per second, and this is the formula to find velocity, and this is SI unit. Is it clear? I hope all of you understood. So next we'll move to the next concept. So next is rate of change of velocity. So what is this rate of change of velocity? So during uniform motion of an object along a straight rate of change of velocity during the uniform motion of okay, I'll tell you one thing. Okay, you are riding a bike. Is it possible to ride the bike at the same speed in a road? Suppose you're if traveling in a speed at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour at this moment. Yeah, at the same speed can you able to travel to the end point? Okay, so it is not possible. Why? Because you need to increase or decrease the speed depending on the traffics. Okay, so here what happened? The speed is changing, so it's nothing but velocity is changing. So the rate of change of velocity is known as acceleration. I think to increase or decrease the speed in the vehicle, what you need to do? So you need to give the accelerator. You need to use the accelerator, right? You need to give the accelerator to increase the speed or to decrease the speed. Okay, so that is the rate of change of velocity is nothing but acceleration. Okay, so what do you okay, how can we define this one? So yeah, during the uniform motion of an object along a straight line, the velocity remains constant with time. In this case, the change in velocity of an object for any time interval is zero. However, in uniform motion, velocity varies with time, and it has different values at the different instants and different points. So, Okay, thus the change in velocity of an object during any time interval is not zero. Can we express this change into velocity of an object? Yes. So how it is, we'll see. So yeah, to answer to such a question, we have to introduce another physical quantity called as acceleration, which is measure of change in velocity of an object per unit time. That is, acceleration is nothing but change in velocity by time taken. If the velocity of an object changes from an initial value u, initial value you can take an as u, you should take it as u, and final value or final velocity you should take it as v in time t. So therefore acceleration is given as this is the formula to find the acceleration. Formula to find the acceleration, a is equal to v minus u by t. Okay, so this kind of motion is known as accelerated motion. The acceleration is taken to be positive if it is in the direction of velocity and negative when it is in the opposite to the direction of velocity. The SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Okay, so what is acceleration? So acceleration is nothing but the rate of change of velocity by time. So the rate of change of velocity. Okay, acceleration we can define as the rate of change of the rate of change of the rate of change of velocity, the rate of change of velocity. Okay, and you can write this as formula to find acceleration, and acceleration is represented by small letter a. Okay, you can write this also, acceleration which is equals to change in velocity by time taken. So after that, so the SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. The SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. I hope all of you understood this. Okay, today what and all we covered? So we covered that what is speed. The speed is a how can I define speed? The ratio of the distance to the time is known as speed. Write this in a points book. Right, what is speed? The rate of change of, okay, whatever I'll put in the box, you write that in your uh, classwork, sorry, points book. So yeah, this is write this, what is speed? Speed is defined as, write that one, and also you write this one, the speed is a scalar quantity. Okay, write this in your points book, and also write that speed formula, you can write this, and also SI unit, write this in your points book. And after that, what is velocity? So velocity is a vector quantity, it has both magnitude and direction. After writing that, write this, velocity is the rate of displacement, velocity is the rate of displacement by time taken, and its SI unit is meter per second. And also you write this, displacement by time taken. And next you write what you mean by rate of change of velocity. So acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity. Acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity. Okay, so a is equal to v minus u by t formula. Okay, the SI unit of acceleration is meter per second. Okay, I hope all of you understood this. Okay, see, if you have any doubts, so please ask me through the message. Okay, or from the, or you can call me and ask me. And all of you mention today's date and day and write this in your points book. Write in your points book. Okay, so the remaining thing we'll see in the next class, and after this chapter completes, I'll give you the notes for this chapter. So for that you need to maintain around 200 pages classwork ruled book. Okay, I hope all of you understood till here. In case if you have any doubts, please ask me through the message. Okay, then have a nice day, take care, bye.